canary burgundy. I call it lemon red. Yellow diamonds in my ear, call them lemon heads. Ice like Winnipeg, gemstone, Flintstone. You can say I'm friends with Fred. All right, man. Back on our Dipset shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Harlem. You know what I'm saying? 115th. You know. All right. But so Jim was on Funk Flex earlier this week, bro.
Yeah.
And got emotional. Now, if you know Jim Jones, you know he just a hype dude, wears his heart on his sleeve type dude.
Jim Jones known for crying, man.
Known for crying. You know, he cried on Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? On him and Chrissy show. Now he crying on Funk Flex. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And I ain't gonna take nothing from him. Some people just emotional, man. I ain't gonna hold it against them. Some people get mad and they just start crying.
Grown men cry. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens.
And that's something that he really felt strongly about. So I ain't knocking him for it.
Now the day after, you know what I'm saying? Jim. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. So Jim Jones made it clear. Basically, he was like the enforcer for Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Saying he taking charges. He on America's Most Wanted. He doing this. He doing that. Cam shorted amounts of money, you know what I'm saying? A whole hoist of problems basically when you dealing with an artist, you know. So Cam basically went on live for damn near 2 whole hours.
You said he was going on. I remember Cam
said he was going live the day after Funk Flex. He said I'm going live tomorrow at 9, and I'm not gonna be crying either.
Me, Blood, and Mace. I would see Jim from time to time. My grandmother lives in 1199. His aunt lives in 1199. So, you know, on the weekends you go see your grandmother, or twice a month you go see your...
You said just because you crying, that don't mean you telling the truth.
I don't mean it's true. Now, Cam did say he was keeping it real. He said not everything he said was false, but the gist of it, but not everything was true either. You know what I'm saying? He cleared it up. And basically, this all started over Chrissy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jim got really emotional. So, Cam basically laid out the story. It's him and Jim, the young millionaires, you know what I'm saying? He's saying they with different bras every other night. And then out of nowhere, Chrissy pops up. And within the first couple weeks, you know what I'm saying, Jim is buying Chrissy this bag, that bag. They going this place, that place. So
before you finish, I have a question. Why does that matter to him?
It didn't. I guess Cam was just looking like, you know what I'm saying, like, we boys. Now you all cuddled up, you know what I'm saying? You stopping our, you know what I'm saying? We bachelors. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, you just stop hanging with the clique. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
I mean, I feel like that comes down to like I said before, you know, what that got to do with
So
you?
Hypothetically, if I was single, we boys, we out here, we just out here, right? And I just stop doing what we normally do. I start acting funny. You not gonna question me? And then a new chick comes out of nowhere, and I'm like on some lovey-dovey type shit. I'm
gonna keep it 100, 1,000 with you. If something like that happened, I would be 100% happy for you. And I'm not knocking nothing at you. And that's just me being real. If me and my mans, we hang out like that, and I done been in situations like that. We done hang, and this is what we do. And next thing you know, they pop up with a chick, and it's like, I can't do this. I'm not upset with you. I'm happy that you happy. You know what I'm saying? And I done had friends that was mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't hanging with, he got his girl and whatever. I just feel like that's corny, man.
So if your man just start acting funny towards you, you're not gonna call it out?
I mean, what do you consider acting funny though?
Like, okay, he stopped answering your calls because he just always with his chick. Not there's nothing wrong with being with your chick, but don't switch up on your mans. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't even technically consider that switching up. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? My thing is this. If I've been hanging with you for the past, you know what I'm saying, 5, 6, 7 years of my life, just been us hanging or whatever, I got this new person that came in my life, and they didn't get that time with me like that. So I can't, so if I'm really trying to be serious with her, I can't say, oh babe, I'm going out with the guys. I'm going out you know that's going to eventually turn into.
Off on the deep end. So basically, he just saying to his man, is like, bro, I feel like you're going off the deep end. You only been talking to this chick for 2 weeks, and you on some lovey-dovey buying her $1,000 bags, bro, what's up with you? And then not to mention, Cam got even deeper. He like, we got niggas in jail, you ain't even sending them money. So Cam made a t-shirt. Cam made a shirt, it said Tricky Ricky, aka Jim Jones, and on the back it said, you ain't even looking out for our mans, and it said free such and such, free such and such.
That's corny.
And Jim took that to heart.
I would have took it to heart too.
Now Cam said he apologizes, you know, he wish he could have did it different. But
I don't want your apology. You should just did it different in the first place.
Now, if you know anything about Dipset, I know you wasn't the biggest fan, but if you watch State Property 2, and you see how Dame react, you know what I'm saying, when they cracking on each other at the table, he ends up shooting my mans, but the jokes that they throwing at each other is harsh. So from what I understand, Harlem niggas, they joke on each other totally different than me and you might crack on each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just like harsh jokes, you know what I'm saying? Get over it, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be cool later type shit.
But for you to make a shirt, you know what I'm saying, and you flaunted around, man, you getting what's coming to you. You created that void between us two.
I don't know.
I feel like that's something. That's something. That's something.
Just take a joke, I guess.
I feel like that's something. But when it's that deep, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something that you keep within the circle. That's something that you keep within the family.
I guess that goes on both ends, because then also a little bit later, you know, after the it was an incident where True Life, old New York rapper or whatnot.
I remember True Life.
Okay, I think him and Cam they seen each other in passing. Now True Life has a problem with Jim because he snatched his chain or some shit like that back in the day. So I guess him and Cam had an altercation, you know what I'm saying, they left or whatnot. And it was on the radio that night, I guess, saying that True Life had checked Cam and this and that. So Jim went on the radio a little bit later that night and basically said, oh yeah, Cam's on punishment anyway for doing, you know what I'm saying, for not handling the situation. So Cam like, what you mean I'm on punishment, nigga? If anything, I'm basically your boss, but Cam never really got down like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, this my man's, I'm gonna put him on. I'm not gonna look at it like an artist-boss relationship, you know what I'm saying? But it's like Jim put him in a position like, you know, you being a little disrespectful. What you mean I'm on punishment?
Boundaries, man.
I'm a grown-ass man.
Boundaries. That's what it comes down to.
So it's almost like once Cam crossed the line with the T-shirt, it's like he said it was just downhill from there.
Boundaries. For one, the T-shirt situation should have never happened in the first place. And then Jim getting on the radio, it's all petty. You know what I'm saying? To be real with you, but I feel like within the family, that's where you create them boundaries at.
Deeper, man, they were saying Jim was trying to start a fake beef with Cam just to get some publicity.
I feel like I heard about that, man. What's the details on that?
So basically, now they were in a good space from what I know. So basically, Jim comes to Cam and say, "Hey, yo, we should start a fake beef." You know what I'm saying?
Which is corny.
Let's get some publicity going up. I'm not sure if this was around the time they was thinking about doing a Dipset reunion, so they were trying to build some buzz, and then boom, we're back together. You know what I'm saying? Everything's good. But Cam, like, you know what I'm saying, that shit's corny. Why we gonna do that? And then that just turned into...
Yeah, because that'll make people pick sides. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's hard to reconcile.
You can't rebound from that. You know? Especially depending on how deep they would have went in the beef, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
So, I don't know. I just didn't think it was a good... Obviously, Cam didn't think it was a good idea, and it ended up turning into some real-life strife. And I also heard some Drews that I didn't even know, because I'm a big Max B fan. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not even know, but partly the reason we are even a wave is because of the Silver Surfer. You know what I'm saying? He came up with the term wavy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may not know that, but that's Mr. Wavy. So
out to the wave, free the wave.
Free the wave. Now, Cam even dropped some Drews and was saying that, you know, when Max B and Jim had they problems back in the day, you know, Max was actually trying to sign to Cam at first, but he said since Cam knew him from the block, he didn't really take him seriously. You know what I'm saying? He said he was always just in and out of jail type shit, so he didn't take him seriously. So he let Jim take him. You know what I'm saying? He turned into a bigger artist than he was expecting, and it ended up coming full circle that Max B wanted to really be signed with Cam in the first place, but Jim wasn't really letting him get out of his contract. And he's saying basically like if Jim would have put him out as an artist, maybe he wouldn't be doing damn near life at this point. You know what I'm saying? Jim ain't really put no artists on. From, you know, he was just speaking facts.
I mean, besides balling, I'm not really sure, you know what I'm saying, with other things that he...
Nothing really notable. Okay, Summer with Miami with Trey Songz, but that only, you know, that fizzled out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I feel like at the end of the day, Cam should just get that respect. I mean, Jim Jones really went from his hype man to an artist with a single.
Man, you know what? I say this, man. All in all, man, just to cut between the bull crap. What they need to do, man, they need to sit down, they need to chop it up. What it is, they need to put them egos aside, and they need to put their pride aside. They need to talk, because obviously Jim Jones, to the point where he crying on the radio, man, he still got that love there. And the fact that Cam went on there and he's saying what he's saying, it's still that love, but it's that hard love.
You don't think Jim should have just called him in the first place?
Man, what if he couldn't get in touch with him? And
I'm not really
then take into consideration, like I said, the egos.
I'm not buying. They got too many mutual friends.
And then Jim did sign to Rock Nation.
Rock Nation. That's where this whole thing
I feel like that's like I don't want to say, I kind of want to call it a possible slap in the face, but it's not, because it's like y'all ain't been rocking with each other for so long, and Jim is at a different point in his life, and he like, yo, I'm trying to keep my money coming in.
And you know what? I agree with Cam on this point. It's like he didn't come out with that story until the day after everybody had gave their opinions on why is Jim signing with Rock Nation. You know, real OG Diplomat fans looking like, why the fuck would he sign with Rock Nation after basically Jay-Z was stopping all their operations at Rockefeller. So it's like, why would you sign with him at the end of the day? So Cam is saying,
can't beat him, join him.
Cam is basically saying, okay, nigga, you did the Kevin Durant all because, you know what I'm saying, you mad at me. So you trying to click up and build something bigger.
I don't know. I think that was pretty much. I think that was a good move, man. But all in all, what do you feel like should be the outcome of this situation, man?
It sounds like it's just best for them to just part ways and just do business separately. Like it doesn't have to be a Diplomats reunion. You know what I'm saying? Like they could just go their separate ways and that's the end. It doesn't take anything away from what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like 2004. You know, up until a few years after that. That don't take away from them being a legendary group, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest collectives. It probably wouldn't be an ASAP Mob if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Probably wouldn't be an Odd Future, that type of shit. Probably wouldn't be a TDE. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of collectives come around from the Diplomats. So they culture, just give them their respect.
Pretty much. And make sure y'all share, make sure y'all subscribe, and let us know what fiasco, man. Probably notably as the Kanye West of the backpack rap.
Mr. Kick Push.
Mr. Kick Push, man. He dropped the album, I want to say on Friday.
He did?
Yes, he did, man. Yes, he did. Drug is like, man. And I got a chance to check it out. A lot of times certain rappers, when they drop,
as if murder ain't a fucking enough, okay? All right. My city
as if it's not enough.
My city be going crazy, but I love my
Detroit
city,
is crazy, but it's a fun city, but it is crazy. So I know y'all have all seen the stripper